Imagine being sent to jail for making a very easy and simple mistake like this one.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
Well, I know someone who isn't worried about it. That's right. The UK's Labour Party would like to send you to jail for 2 years for deliberately using the wrong pronouns. Now, there's obviously it depends on who considers whether you use that pronoun, the incorrect pronoun, deliberately or not. The person in the "It's Ma'am" video thought it was pretty deliberate. So, vowing to toughen up on the sentencing guidelines for abuse and violence targeted at trans labor would make attacks motivated by hatred of victims' gender identity into aggravated offenses. This would bring transphobic abuse into the line of assault and harassment motivated by hatred on the grounds of race or religion, which are punishable up by 2 years in prison. Critics warn that the policy could therefore mean jail sentences for someone refusing to use transgender person preferred pronouns or referring to them by their former name or their birth sex rather than their chosen gender. I can't imagine being a parent right now because this is, I could see this, how this is kind of a fad for teenagers and such, and probably even a little younger than teenagers. And so imagine you've got a kid who thinks that there's something that they're not, and it's just a phase, and then they go and report you to the authorities for not using the pronouns they think you're supposed to use. This is just compelled speech. This is thought policing. This is complete lack of freedom to have your own opinion on something. You have to have the right opinion or you're a bad person. That's all this comes down to. I don't know how else to put it. What about, so I don't think they talk about it here, but what about that cop that arrested the young autistic lady for saying that she looked like her lesbian grandma? This was just a young autistic kid. This cop was completely in the wrong, but it thought that it had the right to do that. What other ways could they possibly misinterpret this rule? This rule shouldn't exist. There's no such thing as hate speech. Moving on. You know who isn't worried about this? Well, she doesn't give a shit. Well, it's JK Rowling who doesn't care. She says, I'd happily do jail time over transgender views. Goodbye Hogwarts, hello prison. This is reading like an article that they might not be big fans of. Mrs. Rowling here. JK Rowling's claimed she would happily serve jail time over her negative views about transgender women. The Harry Potter author bluntly dismissed the transgender community Tuesday when she posted a photo of a message, "Repeat after us, trans women are women," that was projected onto the office of the British Ministries of Justice. No, Rowling, 58, bluntly wrote before expounding further in a thread. I'll happily do 2 years if the alternative is compelled speech and forced denial of the reality and importance of sex. Rowling continued on X. Bring on the court case. I say it'll be more fun than I've ever had on a red carpet. I love that. I love that. So look, JK Rowling, I think she's still a bit of a loon, but she's got one thing down, and that is her stance on this. Her rant followed a weekend report that Labour government in Britain could make not calling someone by their preferred pronouns a criminal offense. See you on the inside. One fan responded to her post, I quite fancy the kitchen. So what's interesting is I wonder what JK Rowling would do, because I believe the Labour Party would be the more left-leaning side of things, and she is definitely much more left-leaning than most still. She just has a problem with people potentially pretending to be women, because this is a thing, this is a possibility. She has a big problem with people pretending to be women and taking up their space. And you know what? I agree. There should be some things where we're just different, and that's okay. That's a good thing. Hoping for the library, obviously, but I think I could do okay in the kitchen, Rowling joked back. Laundry might be a problem. I have a tendency to shrink stuff and turn it pink accidentally. Well, you know, she lived here in Arizona. That wouldn't be a problem. Anyone? Guessing that won't be a major issue if it's mostly scrubs and sheets, though. The Post has contacted Rowling for comment. Rowling first sparked controversy in 2007. So they're just going to go on to the history of this and all the crazy people. Look, I think more power to JK Rowling. I love that she's speaking out against this insanity. This is a complete lack of common sense, and that's really what's wrong with the Western civilization right now, is just the complete lack of common sense. The idea that the term based has come around because someone says something commonsensical. Is that a word? Don't know. Don't care. But just because someone says something that's very common sense and it's considered based as like kind of like some sort of badass thing is really sad. Tell me what you think below. Are you in the UK? Are you what are you hearing? Is this a possibility? I mean, obviously there's some sort of election that has to take place to get more Labour members into Parliament or whatever. Let me know. Leave a message. Leave a message. Yeah, leave a message. You know, I'll get back. Leave a message after the beep, and I'll get back to you later. Hit the thumbs up, share the video, and until next time, have a good one.